the Double Barrel version 3 or version 4, what should you buy? All right, so I have been a huge fan of JHS for a long time. I love their stuff. I've had many JHS pedals, but one thing I have not found on the great wide world of the interweb is a comparison between two classic pedals, the version 4 and version 3 of the Double Barrel. I'm going to take a few minutes and play through some sounds, just nothing fancy, just to give you a sense for what each pedal does and which one might be right for you. So, without further ado, Okay, so thoughts and impressions. I have to say I'm impressed about how each pedal does its own thing, and I think it does it well. Couple of obvious things here. For you, if you have to have the 808, V3 obviously is the way to go. It is the only pedal with the JHS 808 in it. If you love the moonshine, obviously version 4 with the double barrel is the right way to go, because you have not only the moonshine version 4, but you also get the morning glory version 4. So that's obvious, you already knew that. But what are my general thoughts and takeaways? Okay, to my ears, when I'm listening primarily to the differences between the 808 and the moonshine side, a couple of things jumped out to me. The clarity of the 808, I really liked. I dug that. I thought I could hear that. And I've played with this pedal particularly a lot live. And I know that that sound is always going to work in the context of a mix. So I love that. On this particular one, the switches I thought were so different between the different clipping modes. So you've got the most compressed being in the down position. Then you've got, I think the loudest one to my ears was the middle, and then the top position was sort of between the two. I think it's the asymmetrical mode, but you can look up on the website on that. I didn't find those two very helpful. I liked the most compressed mode the most on this particular one, although I used to play on my old V3, I used to play in the up switch, I believe, but it could have changed. I don't know. So I dig this. Let's talk about the V4 for a second. The clean tone, the clean blend knob, I should say, is something that I don't know why all overdrives do not have a clean knob. I absolutely love that, because the moonshine, though I would say it's kind of by itself, it is a thicker, gainier sound for sure. And I don't even think in my playing I actually went to the even more saturated setting. So it's really, really overdriven. There's tons of gain. And so what I found is being able to dial in some of this clean right here, somewhere in this range, I would say, maybe, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, maybe even up to noon for some sounds. I liked it because it kind of tamed the all that gain, and then I feel like I could hear my sound, that clean tone punch through, and I could see in a mix, and I've also experienced this in a mix when you're playing with the band, bringing that up just a little bit, all of a sudden it's like, there's my tone, there's my sound, and sometimes it can get a little bit lost, and I find this to be true with lots of distortion anyways, is when you have so much, you can get lost. So by bringing that up, I found that I'm able to all of a sudden hear my sounds. It's still punchy, it's still overdriven, but I can hear it. So that's that. Now, on the V4, and this is the one thing that I thought hands down, this is a Morning Glory, this is a Morning Glory, right? Different, this is the V4, this is an earlier version. I thought the Morning Glory in the V4 destroyed the earlier versions. That's just my personal feeling. First of all, you have the gain switch, which is the red switch, which is awesome. So this pedal's already insanely diverse and insanely versatile, I should say. This gives you even more from this pedal, and I thought it was incredible. I think it also sounds better. It has more volume and gain just kind of natively. I feel like to get these to match, I had to give the volume a significant bump and the gain a significant bump on both of those. I just don't like that. So I like the V4 of the Morning Glory in the double barrel. Again, you throw in the red switch there. It's like, I don't know what more you could ask for. What I did not do is I did not try the high cut switch. I don't know if you can see that. High cut switch right there. It's not a toggle anymore, which is a bummer. But you have to get in there with like a screwdriver, which I don't have, and you can go watch a million videos on YouTube about that feature. But the big question, which one is for you? Should you buy one? Well, of course you should buy one. This is a gear video. You should absolutely buy a JHS Double Barrel because they're just awesome pedals. Now, should you buy a V3 or a V4? That is a trickier question. Again, obvious things. If you want the 808, yeah, you've got to buy the version 3. If you want the Moonshine, version 4. If you are someone, I would say this, if you are someone who likes the Morning Glory side more, I'm going V4 every time because I think this sounds way better. There's something about the 808, I will say. I gotta tell you, something about that. Maybe that's just what I'm used to. I do like the 808, maybe a little bit more, but I have found with the clean blend knob and just being, you know, I in practical terms, I'd run this pedal somewhere around, I don't know, there. So I back off the gain, I bring in some of that clean tone, I give it a little bit of a tone bump just to give it a little bit more of that clarity. And I found that I've really enjoyed this. Again, you throw in the red switch and I mean, just the gain potential out of this pedal is pretty hard to beat. So it's the classic question of should you buy the version 3 or the version 4? Well, the answer to that is of course, yes. Depends on what your needs are, depends on what your vibe is, but I hope you were able to tell from this video maybe some of the differences between the V3 or V4. Maybe you want to upgrade, maybe you don't. If you're looking to pick one up for the first time, again, you've got lots of options. I would strongly recommend looking at the version 4 just because I think with the red switch, with the better Morning Glory side, and with all of the versatility of the moonshine, I think it might be the slight winner, but you would have to be your own judge on that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more pedal demos and gear comparisons and just me thinking and talking about pedals and gear that I love. We'll see you next time.